Hello people and welcome back to News Review. It's been a while since the last one, but I can't not make one after they revealed the new collab, which is My Hero Academia. I am personally very excited about this since this is, one of my favorite anime out of the few that I've actually watched. So let's get straight into it. So they revealed all the skills of the 8 Diamond Seal characters. UA students. First off is Midoriya, of course. Leader skill 1 for all. Human leader. Team attack times 7.5. HP times 1.8. 1.8 on both sides is actually quite sizable. And actually including this team skill, if you do a whole UA students team, then your HP can get pretty crazy because it's 1.8 times 1.8 times 1.3. This isn't too hard to activate his additional attack multipliers as well, because it's just you normally dissolve runestones of 0 or more attributes anyway, hopefully. And then Earth and Light also have the effect of other runestones, including Heart, which is quite nice. Team skills. So this first part is when the leader is Midoriya, and then the ally is whatever, which also includes Midoriya, but he also has like a separate thing here. But anyway, first off, extension of movement time regardlessly by 4 seconds, quite nice. Ignore tornado, quite nice. Ignore sticky, quite nice. And then each member besides himself attack times 2 and launches an extra attack. And then for each group of runestones dissolved in the first batch, 1 enchanted Earth Human runestone will be generated in the column below him. I'm pretty sure this is like this is only like second batch technically then. But it may be more. I think it might be more because of the wording here. So like it's basically the same as stuff like Azathoth and Zenitsu. By dissolving a group of 5 or more Earth runestones in the column below him, his attack times 4. So basically number 5 and number 6 go hand in hand. Just dissolve the column below him and 5 groups of runestones, and then you basically already have this effect going for you. Damage will be dealt regardless of fixed combo shield and initial shield. Quite good. And then when you activate his active, you have a willpower effect, which is more useful nowadays since damage reduction isn't discriminated against as much in nowadays stages compared to a while back. When he is both leader and ally, you acquire the quirk Black Whip, which can be activated via your Draconic, of course. You get unlimited runestone movement time. Modify the runes. You have enchanted human trail. The movement will not be counted as 1 round, which is quite special. You also change the enemy's attribute into dark, restrain them. This is pretty useless. This is pretty useful. His EP plus 25, and then it depletes the entire Draconic. So as a leader, I think he will be pretty strong, just because of like the bulk of HP you can get, and also just the stuff you can ignore. Right? You can ignore tornado, sticky, fixed combo shield, initial shield, a bit of undying here even, and then this is like quintet attack right here, even if you don't have all 5 attributes in the team. And then you can also, well, I mean, he does rely on Earth runestones, but if in a pinch you could probably make it work with light runestones, so he's not also restricted to his own thing. The one thing here is of course recovering without recovery, but I mean that wouldn't really make sense like with his character anyway, so I wasn't expecting that for him. Onto his active. He is the first card in TOS history to just be straight EP, like right from the get-go, no transforming or whatever. First off, he has 2 EP skills. First off, it's EP 25 for the first skill, explode all runestones and petrify runestones, something that is very common in Earth Human for some weird reason. If the leader is Midoriya, generate attributed runestones of fixed numbers, and then for 1 round his attack times 5, combo count will be fixed to be 20. This is okay, but this is where the truly insane skill is. EP 100, 1 for all 1,000,000%. Explode all runestones and petrify runestones. If the leader is Midoriya, generate all enchanted runestones of fixed numbers and fixed positions. For 1 round, other members cannot attack. The character's attack times 10. Combo count will be 100. 100 combo count is actually insane. And just like the attack multiplier, and also, you know, you can solve some crazy shields with that, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, just like this is very unique. At the end of the round, Team MHA will be depleted to 1. He enters up his fatigue state for 4 rounds, and then other UA students enter hyper state for 4 rounds. So why I put him here is because I like, on a strictly power scale right now, you know, I'm half guessing they might like power like these guys up again because of just like, you know, how the characters have worked in the anime and how they've like done this for collabs in the past as well, where they just decide to add something in mid collab. But right now, he's not like a top tier leader, but this active skill, this EP skill 2 is very special. The one thing that is stopping him from reaching the upper threshold of being solidly in 175 is this skill costs 100 EP. Of course, his EP will be at maximum after entering the stage, but if you encounter those super reset enemies where they reset your EP to 0, you will have a hard time getting back to 100, and there's a couple things that can help him do that I'll go over later. Second off, Bakugo, Fire Human, same type of deal with the HP times 1.8, which is quite nice. His skill CD -5, and then skill CDs of Fire Human -1. Damage dealt to enemies by counterattack times 2 additionally. Not sure like where this comes from. I mean, it fits his character, but I don't think there's any counterattacking in his team skill. And then each member's attack towards the target times 1.5. I think in Chinese this is extra attacks. Yeah, no, not counterattacks, extra attacks. They mistranslated this, I'm pretty sure. So his team skill. Every time when you explode the board, Bakugo gains 1 blast element to the max 5 blast elements, and then the more he has, the more attacks he does basically, and then, you know, the more this multiplier goes up, and then at the end of the round, blast element -1. Other runestones when he is both leader and ally. Oh wait, this is actually really good. There is Bakugo Katsuki in the team. I thought this was when he was a leader and then the ally was some other UA student. But if this is when he is in the team, this is actually quite nice because his actives work with this really well, and no matter what, yeah, he'll go. I mean, actually, like even with the fact that I just discovered this, I think he still solidly belongs in a little bit more than 50 diamonds. Because, yeah. I think he still belongs solidly in a little bit above 50 diamonds. So when he is both leader and an ally, everything has the effect of fire. Fire has the effect of heart. If he has a blast element, he ignores trio elemental and quintet elemental, which is okay. And then even more attack for the blast elements. And then by dissolving 5 runestones, each member launches an extra attack, combo count +5, which is quite okay. The other thing Midoriya doesn't have is combo count, or like, well, he has willpower, so yeah. And then upon each skill activation of a fire member, he minuses his own CD, which isn't really needed unless you encounter like a CD reset or something, because of his active skill. First off, release his own lock skill, so that's why he is placed a little bit above as well. As a member, he is one of the few, well, there are actually a lot of fire cards that can unlock, but they're only for their own series, or for like a specific race. The only one that's unlocking all fire is like Hongling, which is a collector's deck exclusive, and I haven't seen it come back in a while. But even though he does only unlock himself, the reason why he is better is because he does give himself a good amount of attack boosts, so you can still do, you know, some damage, right? Explode a 3x3 to generate enchanted water, fire, earth, and then deal direct damage to the enemy, of course. And then upon the first skill activation, his skill CD -5, you can do this every single round to basically maintain his blast elements. And then I guess, yeah, I mean, you want to accumulate up his blast elements, so you probably need to have someone else exploding it apart from him, otherwise it'll just be like 1 and 0 every single round. But yeah, next up is Todoroki, water human. Not very, I think he's fine as a leader, but like there are too many water humans in TOS nowadays, and of course like Tanjiro is also like a water and fire sort of leader already. So he doesn't have any team skill when he's only leader, so when he's both leader and ally, alter the allies attribute into fire. Water and fire have the effect of each other, and also half of heart. By dissolving 6 or more water fire runestones in total, you get more attack, and then by dissolving 12 or more, you get even more attack. Each water member launches extra fire, each fire member launches extra water. That's all good. Turn the bottom one into 3 enchanted water and 3 enchanted fire. A potential use for it might be a speed clearing, but since each water member launches extra fire and each fire member launches extra water, that means basically every one you put in him, you will have like a double sort of like clear time, so not really that as well. So a bit of an awkward state, but an okay leader nonetheless. For his actives, you choose one of 2 effects. You either turn water and heart into enchanted human, or fire and HardNinja into human, and then you either freeze or ignite, and then either water runestones will be dropped in the 3 columns on the left, or fire runestones will be dropped in the 3 columns on the right, and then water and human attack times 2.5, and fire and human attack times 2.5. So, and then you ignore burning or ignore frozen. And actually, this ignoring burning is kind of redundant because of his bond skill, which is kind of broken actually this time. I'll talk about that a bit later. Moving on to the small prizes, Uraraka, Earth Human, 2 active skills, pretty special for a small prize. You explode runestones of that type and petrified runestones by tapping 2 runestones. Why always petrified? Come on, man. For each runestone exploded, deal a non-attributed damage of 50k to all enemies to the max 30 times. And if leader is a member of UA High School, restore all cracked positions. So this is special in some ways because you can essentially deal 30 hits to the enemy before you attack, which might come in handy someday, which is why I placed it a little bit above 5 diamonds. And then the other one is convert the board into 5 attributes enchanted runestones, always useful, and then gives a small attack boost. Next, Asui, CD 8, unlimited time tunnel for 12 seconds, stun all enemies, and then turn the runestones while you first move into enchanted heart. a little bit above 5 diamonds because you can essentially turn the whole board into heart, which is a pretty good utility that I don't think Water Human has had previously. Next up, Shinso, Dark Human CD9. So he's one of the people that can actually help Midoriya, which is pretty accurate to canon, if I do say so myself, because of this skill EP plus 10. Other than that, you know, like, there's not many ways you can recover a large amount of EP at a time. He also hypnotizes the enemies, alters the attribute into dark for 3 rounds, and then, you know, the usual hypnotism stuff, except by dissolving runestones of the character's attribute, which is dark this time. They wake up. Pretty standard stuff, not really that useful unless you want to help Midoriya, and even in that case, like, not many achievements you can solve with that, but if you just want to make a team with that, that's, you know, the whole seal, that's pretty good. Next up, Kirishima, Fire Human CD6, turn the outermost runestones into fire for 2 rounds, damage received minus 80, and then small attack boost for him and Bakugo. Pretty standard, I mean, even substandard, but like 80 is quite a lot, and then for, you know, just for 2 rounds means you can bring it like for first strike and stuff like that, which is okay. You know, that's why he's standard 5 diamonds. Iida, unfortunately, nothing special, substandard in my opinion, because he only ignores electrified and then is a small converter, I guess, but yeah, not really anything special, not even an attack boost or anything. Moving on to bond skills. So bond skills are getting even more and more OP, which is both a good and a bad thing, because then essentially you're encouraged to get all of these cards, and then, you know, some people are gonna like complain that like it's just a scheme to make more money, but I mean, yeah, like that's basically literally everything. Todoroki has a very, very special bond skill. When you use his character runestone, you ignore burning if you have a dual max endeavor. So endeavor is gonna be, you know, in the game, possibly as like an ultimate / nightmare kind of thing. Bakugo has a bond skill that we've seen before where he converts. Essentially, you get a group of 3 fire runestones if you don't dissolve his character runestone. For Midoriya, he has 3 bond skills. Both of these for Todoroki and Bakugo helps him recover EP, which is quite good since, you know, he runs on a lot of EP. And then All Might's gonna be in the game. By dissolving his character runestone, you ignore defense, which is pretty underwhelming, but we know that All Might's gonna be in the game now. For Shinso, when the character runestone is triggered, you extend runestone movement time regardless by 2 seconds, which is quite good actually. And then Eraserhead's gonna be in the game. Kirishima, yeah, no, that's just like, I'm pretty sure someone's gonna like exploit this one day, but you know, turning the character runestone into a erase runestone, pretty underwhelming. Next up, they all get their own dragonware. Not much to say here except that everything is has this skill of extending the movement time regardlessly by half a second, which is quite good. The other thing is that Midoriya's craft allows him to ignore puzzle shield, so that's another additional utility. I don't think there's anything special other than just the standard attack boost stuff, but yeah. Last and least, Nomus are the skill level up materials, and that is it for this week's news review. Let me know if you like this, and leave a comment down below about if you have any questions or whatever. And then, yeah, subscribe to get more news on the My Hero collab. I'll be pumping out more videos since, I mean, I really like this collab. Alright, that's this week's news review, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!